A lot of people feel like they're running out of time, even when they're young, even when they're trying, even when they've survived things nobody sees. There's this invisible pressure everywhere now. Pressure to succeed faster, earn more, build more, become more, achieve more, before a certain age, before someone else does, before society decides you're falling behind. And because of that pressure, millions of people wake up every day feeling like they're losing a race they never agreed to run. They compare careers, money, relationships, bodies, status, homes, followers, success, and slowly, life stops feeling like something to experience and starts feeling like something to prove. That pressure is exhausting, because no matter how much someone achieves, there's always another person online doing more, making more, winning more, traveling more. So people keep chasing, keep working, keep comparing, keep pretending they're okay, even while anxiety quietly grows underneath everything. And maybe the saddest part is this. A lot of people secretly feel like failures without realizing they are simply human beings trying to survive impossible levels of pressure. This is the human backbone. Everyone feels behind now. There was a time when people compared themselves mostly to their local environment. Friends, neighbors, coworkers, small circles. Now people compare themselves to the entire world. Every day, every scroll, every algorithm. Someone younger is richer. Someone else is more attractive. Someone else built a business faster. Someone else seems happier. Someone else seems more successful. And the human brain was never designed for nonstop comparison at this scale, because comparison changes how people see themselves. Even people doing okay begin feeling inadequate. Not because their life lacks value, but because they're constantly exposed to unrealistic standards. The internet compresses reality. It shows success without struggle, results without years of sacrifice, confidence without insecurity, wealth without stress, beauty without editing. And slowly people start believing everyone else has life figured out except them. But that's an illusion. Most people are more uncertain than they appear, more anxious than they admit, more lost than they show publicly. Many people posting confidence online are privately overwhelmed. Many people showing success are emotionally exhausted. Many people appearing happy or struggling silently. But because everybody hides weakness, everybody thinks they are alone in feeling weak. That creates a society full of people secretly suffering while pretending to have everything together. Success became identity. Modern culture teaches people to tie their worth to achievement. What do you do? How much do you make? How productive are you? How impressive are you? How visible are you? How successful do you appear? And over time, people stop seeing success as something they pursue. They start seeing success as proof they deserve respect, proof they matter, proof they're enough. That's dangerous, because human worth cannot survive being attached entirely to performance. Eventually, people begin feeling valuable only when they're winning, only when producing, only when achieving, only when moving upward. And the moment progress slows, self-worth collapses too. That's why failure feels unbearable for many people now. Not because failure itself destroys them, because they believe failure destroys their identity. If success equals worth, then setbacks feel like personal shame, and shame changes people deeply. It creates anxiety, perfectionism, burnout, fear of risk, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. That pressure becomes heavy, especially in a world constantly watching, constantly comparing, constantly measuring people against impossible standards. The pressure to have life figured out. A lot of people feel lost right now, but many are too embarrassed to admit it because society creates this expectation that by a certain age, people should already know exactly who they are, exactly what they're doing, exactly where they're going. But real life rarely works that cleanly. Most people are figuring things out while pretending they already figured them out. Careers change. Dreams change. Relationships change. Identity changes. People evolve through experience, through mistakes, through pain, through time. But social media creates the illusion that everybody else already has clarity, already has direction, already has certainty. So people panic when they feel uncertain. They think, I'm behind. I should be further. I wasted time. I'm failing. But growth is rarely linear. Human lives are messy, confusing, unexpected, and some of the people who look most successful publicly feel deeply lost privately, because achievement does not automatically create peace. Many people reach goals they once dreamed about and still feel empty afterward, because external success cannot fully replace internal fulfillment. Why people are burnt out? People are tired, not lazy. Tired. There's a difference. Modern life asks people to carry enormous emotional pressure constantly. Financial pressure, social pressure, performance pressure, appearance pressure, relationship pressure, future pressure. And many people never fully relax from it. Even resting feels guilty now, because productivity became moralized. If someone slows down, they feel lazy. If someone rests, they feel unproductive. If someone pauses, they fear falling behind. So people keep pushing themselves past emotional limits, until eventually, their body forces them to stop. Burnout is becoming normal because people are living like machines instead of humans. Machines produce endlessly. Humans need recovery, need meaning, need emotional balance, need connection, need purpose beyond performance. Without those things, people slowly lose themselves chasing success that never fully satisfies them. That's why some people achieve everything they thought they wanted and still feel emotionally empty afterward. Because exhaustion cannot be healed with achievement alone. The fear of failure. Failure terrifies people now. Not just financially, emotionally, socially, psychologically. People fear being judged, embarrassed, left behind, seen as unsuccessful. And because failure became public through social media, that fear became even stronger. Everybody feels watched, evaluated, compared. People hesitate to start businesses, create art, try new paths, speak honestly, take risks, because they fear public failure. But failure has always been part of growth. Always. Every skilled person failed first. Every strong person struggled first. Every successful person doubted themselves at some point. The difference is, previous generations failed privately. Now people fear failing publicly. And public embarrassment became one of the biggest modern anxieties. That pressure keeps people trapped in safe choices, safe identities, safe lives they secretly dislike. Because fear convinces people that avoiding failure equals safety. But avoiding all risk often creates another kind of pain, regret. And regret grows quietly over time, especially when people realize they spent years trying to look successful, instead of building a life that genuinely fulfilled them. People want purpose, not just money. Money matters. Stability matters. Security matters. But deep down, most people want more than survival. They want meaning, purpose, connection, a reason to wake up feeling alive, and modern society often forgets that. People are encouraged to optimize everything except their emotional well-being. Make more, work more, produce more, consume more, but rarely asked, are you fulfilled? Do you feel connected to your life? Do you feel emotionally alive? And many people don't. Because achievement without meaning becomes hollow eventually. That's why some wealthy people are miserable. Why some famous people feel empty. Why some highly successful people still battle depression and loneliness. Because humans are emotional beings, not productivity machines. People need meaning as much as they need success, need connection as much as achievement, need peace as much as progress. Without those things, life begins feeling emotionally mechanical, and many people are secretly starving for something deeper than status. Redefining what success means. Maybe success needs to be redefined completely. Maybe success is not just money, not just attention, not just status. Maybe real success includes peace, emotional stability, healthy relationships, integrity, purpose, time, presence, a healthy mind, a healthy heart. Because what's the point of achievement if someone destroys themselves emotionally reaching it? What's the point of becoming successful if someone becomes disconnected from life itself in the process? A lot of people are chasing goals they never truly chose consciously. Goals inherited from social pressure, internet culture, family expectations, comparison, fear. But fulfillment only comes when success aligns with personal truth, not performance. Truth. Some people need slower lives. Some need creative lives. Some need meaningful work more than status. Some need peace more than luxury. And there's nothing weak about that. The strongest thing someone can do sometimes is stop living according to external pressure and start asking, what kind of life actually feels meaningful to me? That question changes everything. A lot of people listening right now feel pressure constantly. Pressure to catch up, pressure to prove themselves, pressure to become someone impressive fast enough. But life is not a race against strangers online. Human beings are not machines competing for value. And worth is not measured only by money, attention, or status. Some of the most valuable people in the world are not famous, not rich, not viral. They are people who love deeply, care deeply, build honestly, stay human in difficult environments, people who bring peace into rooms, people who make others feel less alone, people who remain kind in a culture rewarding performance over humanity. That matters, more than society often admits, because at the end of life, people rarely wish they had spent more time proving themselves to strangers. Most wish they had spent more time living honestly, loving fully, being present, finding peace. And maybe real success begins there, not in comparison, not in endless pressure, but in building a life that feels real enough that you no longer need strangers online to validate your existence. This is the human backbone. Next episode, we're talking about one of the biggest silent emotional struggles in modern society, why people are becoming emotionally numb and forgetting how to feel.